Good morning. PLL, what a move. You mean I moved down yesterday? SRAC, it's a space company. Okay, nice. Exciting times, man. There's so many exciting things going on in the markets right now. So many exciting businesses, and it's a pretty fun time to be alive, to be honest. If you exclude politics, of course. Excluding politics, it's kind of fun time to be alive. Yeah, Tesla. I bought it yesterday, late day. I had 7,000 shares, I think, but I sold 3,000 shares since I was kind of worried about my margin levels, and now now it's gapping up a bunch. But the thing is, opening range highs. I'm gonna add more. This is an incredibly good long setup. Incredibly good long. I mean, this thing could, next leg higher. Why can't this thing go to 550, 600? I don't know. Look, I'll buy opening. I'll add opening range highs. Will you fly to Mars? I would never fly to Mars. Isn't it like 6 months one way? No fucking way, man. No thanks. No way. No way. Never say never. Hey, if it was like a week, I would be open to it if it was like a week one way. But 6 months, dude, I have a life to live, man. A lot of time to study charts, yeah. No good setups in Mars. Depends if you can trade from the space shuttle. Yeah, I doubt it. I don't think there... Isn't there a lag? Like if they send videos from Mars to Earth, isn't there like a 30-minute lag or something? Imagine entering a trade based off a 30-minute old chart, and then 30 minutes later if you got filled or not. No, actually an hour later, because the signal has to go to Earth and then back again. Oh man, what a shit show. Caesar, yeah, Caesar and Penn, they're holding up. They're holding up. Green energy and sports betting and casinos. What can I say? Darvas used only weekly charts, yeah. 3 to 20-minute lag. 3-minute? What the hell are you using if you are... I want the 3-minute connection. Jumian? Yeah, I don't know. Not my type of setup. I have a lot of Oh, WWR. I got shaken out, or not shaken out, I got stopped out yesterday. So I lost like 100 grand on it, trying to short this thing 2 days in a row. So long setups are Zoom, Pen, Pen, it's kind of below the 10-day, it's below the 20, I don't know, it looks like he wants to break down, I don't know. Caesar, well, Caesar is not gonna go if Pen doesn't go. Shui looks decent, mRNA looks kind of okay, it's a hot sector. NVAX also okay, but it's a hot sector, so. LI, recent IPO, electric vehicles, like EVs are really hot right now. Tesla is going, NIO is going. You know, this thing I'm definitely watching. W looks okay, I guess. No, I'm taking it off. I'm not gonna trade it. No, NCLH, whatever. I'm not gonna trade this thing either. Peloton is starting to get extended. I really want this thing to have I want this thing to speed up towards 140. It's kind of been grinding higher, but I want it to speed up. EMPH, SCDG, and JKS, I'm watching for potential short setups, like opening range lows, or if they have a run up into the after the open, I would like to see some, you know, like first red 5-minute candle and VWAP fails and stuff like that. And other potential short setups are QDEL and Plug. So there's two types of short setups on these. Either like opening range lows, it could be like the 1-minute, 5-minute charts. Or if they run out of the gate, I would like to see them, you know, again, if they go straight up, like build the first 1-minute red candle, or the first red 5-minute candle, or let's say a VWAP fail. Like they tank a little bit, they run up into VWAP and then like fail at VWAP. Like the first one red 1-minute candle, or the first red 5-minute candle of a VWAP, for example. Like those are potential entries for, you know, the short names, these parabolic type of stocks. The key is you never step in front of these. You always have a set stop. You don't go shorting a little bit here and there and hope for the best. You always need a way out. You never know where these things can go. They could go up 50% each today. You don't know that. We are looking for the stocks to tell us when they want to go down. We are not in the business of hoping for the best. We are here to listen to what the stocks tell us. That's our job. We are in the listening business. We're in a banana business? Yeah, that too. Hey, I can be in any business. CrowdStrike? No. CrowdStrike got a setup a couple of weeks ago where we bought it. I got long a little bit of Tesla yesterday, and then it got upgraded in after hours. Now it's gapping higher. But I'm looking to add on opening range highs. I only have like half size on it, or less than half size. Yeah, Tesla is an incredible setup. Incredible setup. Overstock. Yeah, it's finally starting to go. It had that first big green candle on the breakout day, then it kind of pulled back, and since then it's been building higher lows. And if you followed followed the sell rules, you would still have 2/3 to half of this stock. And now you just trail it with the 10-day. And have you stop at break even? Maran? Oh, or all these piece of shit names starting to run now. Okay. There's a lot of things on watch today. Like, but my main focus are gonna be Tesla on the long side, opening range highs, and this JKS, EMPH, and SCDG. They are gonna be my main ones. INSM. No, someone told me about this yesterday. No, it's an okay setup, but the stock it's not a good trading stock. It's very choppy. You can clearly see it on the chart. It's a very choppy stock. Look how choppy it is. You know, I wouldn't want to trade this piece of shit. No way. I mean, it's an okay setup, but the stock is just trading it's not ideal. PDD, no. Tcon, yeah, if it can tighten up a little bit. WWR, I don't know. Maybe if it sets up mid-late day, but I'm not gonna watch it out of the gate or something. Yeah, Shui looks decent. NIO, I'm not gonna add to this thing. I'd rather buy Tesla or add to my Tesla. Why did I pre-buy Tesla? Because it started breaking out on the 60-minute chart of the tightness. You can clearly see this thing. Look at how tight, you know, it was in a tight range and started breaking out, so I bought a starter. Yeah, XCRS looks decent. And there are other potential short setups are Plug and QDEL and maybe Peloton, but I'm not excited about Peloton at all. I think it's gonna be tomorrow, best case scenario. So JKS, SCDG, EMPH. So today you're gonna get a less, you know, a shorting swing trading school, short swing trading school. Since today is the first time in a while, I'm starting to see some really decent setups. All right, let's see what we get here today. Oh, Tesla, don't go straight up. All right, focus, focus, focus. Okay, let's keep the shadow to a minimum here at the open. Damn, I only get filled partial sizes on these things. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't tell me I missed these things. NIO going, breaking out of this little flag here. Is there anything not going in this market? It's pretty incredible. Oh, SCDG, I'm gonna get stopped out of my starter, I think. Looks like they found a bid now. Oh, SCDG, are you kidding me? Oh my god, it shook me out. Oh my god, trading is so easy. Jesus Christ. I took a $67,000 loss on my starter, and now it's straight down. Nice. Fuck me, man. Really? It just did that. Okay. And now it's straight down. Tesla, I will add opening range highs. This is just breaking out of a big long flag, 2-month long flag. Really nice looking. Caesar is perking on the 60-minute chart. It looks pretty good. Yeah, these piece of shit stocks, Mara and Riot, are perking. I guess crypto is starting to get hot from the Square news, I guess. Wow, I can't believe this SCDG. Wow. Man, I'm telling you guys, trading is just... Trading can be a bitch. I had 11,000 shares I got shaken out of. Oh my god, I can't look at this thing. I can't look at this thing. I'm just gonna ignore it. Oh my god. I should have reshorted opening range lows. 3 or 4. I didn't. JKS, yeah, big volume. I hope they run back into the VWAPs. And now WWR is fading too, man. Oh man, my shorting game is so bad lately. I can't believe this shit. I'll just stick to longs. What a fucking waste of time and energy. Looks like we are fading overall in the markets. IGMS, yeah, it looks pretty decent, yeah. I would like to get a nice bounce in SCDG and JKS to get some starter entries on those. Looks like I'm gonna get stopped out of DraftKings any second. It's now starting to lose the 20-day for real. It was a big trade. It went up over 60% from the entry in like a month, 3 weeks. That was pretty good. GP, I mean, if it can break out, it could be nice. I don't know what an opening reversal is. I only care about breakouts and range breaks. LL on 928. Nope, I don't see anything there. Today WWR is gonna go to $8. What are these sounds? Oh, fuck this. Jesus Christ, stop with these sounds. Yeah, days like today is when you spot relative strength. Down days are the best. Down days is where your profits are made, because you will see which stocks are telling you. That they want to go higher. Weak open? Wait, what? We had a gap up. Of course, the EMPH, the one solar I'm short, is showing relative strength to the other solars. I love it. Shorting is so easy. Everyone can do it. Shopify, is there? No, there's absolutely no setup here. You need to review the YouTube video. Yeah, I'm watching SCDG. I want this thing to reclaim VWAP and then fail. Yeah, that's another word for that's a word to describe the setup in Zoom. I agree. You know what Zoom looks like? I'm gonna show you what Zoom looks like. Zoom reminds me of AMD back in late last year. This is what Zoom looks like before the breakout, obviously. And look at the move AMD made. Went up 50% in a couple of months. This is what Zoom looks like. It just hasn't broken out yet. This thing looks absolutely fucking incredible, excuse my French. This is, like, if this thing can stay tight, so the 20-day can catch up a little bit, oh man, I'm gonna go big on this one. I'll sell down some of the other things I'm holding. I'll do a big position, 10, 12,000 shares. Because if, you know, this thing could go to 700, 650, 700 if it breaks out from this range. Uber, well, you know, if you want to trade, you know, non-elite stocks, you can trade non-elite stocks. I prefer to trade the elite stocks. Yeah, NVAX, yeah. Okay, I got stopped out of DraftKings, my last shares. Right, I'm out of this thing. I've been in it for like a month and a half, right? A little bit over a month. Or actually exactly a month. That was a nice one. This DraftKings, I think I was up like $1 million on it at the highs, but now with the recent fade, you know, it was still a very, very big trade. So I'm very happy about that. This thing broke out 9th of September. That was before the market bottomed. And then it kept going as the market had its second leg down. That's what relative strength is. Livongo? Yeah, Livongo stays tight. No, SCDG, really? Just took out lows for the day while my EMPH is barely red. Oh, really? Oh man, trading can be so frustrating. Okay. Baba? Yeah, but there's no setup here. Let's focus on stocks with setups. Eat. Eat looks good, yeah. It looks decent. Sohu? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, EXCRS looks decent. Is LAC setting up for next week? Yeah, sure. Ags? Really? HES? Come on, you need to review the YouTube video, guys. I'm only asking you one thing, okay? That you follow the instructions on the screen. Really. Please, please, guys. Yeah, VXRT, hot sector, it looks like an okay setup. It's been building higher lows, it's getting tight. If it can break out from here, it could be good. Oh man, SCDG. I think I had 11,000 shares at one point. I took a $67,000 loss on it, and now if I still had my shares, I would be up like 150k. But no, man, shorting can be. If you get it right, it's very lucrative. But man, this is why I don't like shorting anymore, because it's so much harder than going long. Even with like 5-star setups like these, like, you have to be so fast. They almost always trigger out of the gate. You have to be so damn quick. I'm just not quick anymore. And my size, like, I lost like 20,000 just to slippage on this SCDG. I had my stop order at like 310.70 or something, or 310.60. I got filled like 312.50, so I had like $2 of slippage on my stop. That was 20k pissed away. It's kind of hard, man. It's kind of tough when you get up to size. It's kind of, even these large cap stocks can be tough to trade sometimes. Any reason no. Just the fact that they gapped up and Shaky S gapped down, so I just, thought they would be easier. But nothing, no other reason. And they're higher priced. I always prefer higher priced stocks over lower priced, because I have to do fewer shares. It's easier to trade fewer shares. Tesla, yeah, nearing the highs of the day. I'm gonna add over the highs of the day. I'm gonna more than double my position. Okay, EMPH is now nearing the lows of the day. Finally, I kind of screwed it up, but what can I say? Peloton is building a potential second entry. If you look at the chart, it faded, it bounced, and now it got rejected off the VWAP and these declining moving averages. So they could be like a entry here. I did a starter. I did a small position. Let's see if it. I am not really excited about it at all. I'm kind of revenge trading for my SCDG. That's what I'm doing. Because SCDG, yeah, what can I say? I did a tiny, like a third size on Peloton. Probably not gonna hold it overnight because I don't have the buying power. Yeah, Penn is now fading. It couldn't reclaim the 20-day. Looks like it wants to test the 50-day. Just doesn't look that strong anymore. Beyond Meat is a monster though. This is what I'm telling you. Someone yesterday said can't find a reason for this move. It's pure momentum. And then I said, you don't need anything other than momentum. Nothing else is gonna make you rich other than momentum. And here we are. The champion of the champion stocks. All you need is momentum. You don't need anything else. Momentum is all that matters. All you need is love. Momentum is love. Momentum is one form of love. Trust me. Yeah. It had a nice episodic pivot 2 days ago when it guided higher and got a new CEO. And those who could identify the watch it out of the gate could have bought it the opening range highs. Like this thing traded on the 3 minutes after the open. This thing had already traded. Let's see. Like 600,000 shares. He had already traded like half the average daily volume, 3-4 minutes out of the gate. You know, if you had paid attention, you could have bought it. I didn't pay attention. I was focused on other things. Why didn't you use a buy stop if you knew the volume was gonna be high? Dun, dun, dun. I use buy stops all the time. I have a buy stop on Tesla right now. Why does it hurt to watch someone short the EMPH? Who cares? Why would you care what someone else does? Focus on your setups. Yeah, shoe is yeah, it's kind of tight. FMCI looks very loose, yeah. I just covered a bit more of EMPH. I think this thing tests the 10-day moving average. The 10-day is still like 13% lower, so you know, I think it goes sub 100, sub 95 maybe even. You know, it was just up 60, almost 60% in 2 weeks, just straight up, you know. Just needs a little bit of rest. Same thing with all the solars, SCDG, TAN, the ETF. I think it's gonna, you know, I think they're gonna test the 10-day. Wheat sector. All the stocks in the sector look like shit. They all look like they're gonna go bankrupt. Tilray, CGC, ACB. They look horrible, and ADIL. Well, I don't see anything here. I mean, if we can break out of this range on some volume, but it's kind of nothing there right now. Kodak, yeah, Kodak it's a pump stock, you know. It can go if it gets some, if they get a pump on. I don't see anything on RKT. I mean, yeah, it turned up from the lows, but I don't know. Not my type. NVAX. I'm saving my buying power for Tesla. That's the one I'm getting. I'm only interested in this one. All these others, they look like, you know, well, maybe, I don't know. What price am I buying in Tesla? Yeah. If you had reviewed the instructions on the screen, you would know. Guys, like, if you're new, please do yourself a favor. You follow the instructions on the screen. 95% of your questions will be answered. Don't spoil it for him, guys. Don't spoil it. He needs to do it in himself. Like, you know, I'm not here to give people fish. I'm here to teach people to fish. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I need to change it. People don't understand the instructions. I need to do it. Let's see. If new type this before typing anything, should I read this or watch this? Anything. Do this. Oh wait. What should I before asking anything. Before asking anything, yeah, before asking anything, type this. Is this good? Yeah, before asking anything, type this. Yeah. This should do it, right? Maybe you know, maybe it helps. Apparently people are having a hard time. If you want to be rich, type this, yeah. Like, I don't get annoyed by people asking questions. I get annoyed when people can't follow simple instructions. Like, I don't want to maximize my followers. I want to maximize my quality followers. And you know, if you can't follow basic instructions, you won't be a quality follower, right? And you may not be a fit for this stream. You just type in chat exclamation mark about and exclamation mark YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, David, yes, you are quality. Hey, David, I agree, you're quality. You're the lowest quality in the chat, but you are quality. Nail? Nah, I don't know. I think the good setup was here on the day when it bounced off the rising 50 day. On this day, a lot of these home builder stocks had breakout like BZH, HOV, etc. That was the breakout. This is like a marginal follow through type of a setup. I don't like it. Workhorse? Didn't Workhorse have a hit piece? This thing is actually setting up. It's building higher lows. I think they had a hit piece. I read something on Twitter. But if it can tighten up, it could be a breakout for, or a good setup for next week. Signet? No, it's not real. No, it's not a good. It's sloppy. It's a sloppy stock. Fuzzy Panda. Yeah, Penn is starting to lose this flag. NIO, wow, back at day size. Very strong. Solar stocks are playing hard to get. In which way? I'm thinking if they can bounce a bit more and then start fading, build lower highs, I think there could be add-on setups on this, like JKS and SCDG. I'm actively watching these for a potential start. I would like to go big bounce. Airlines are starting to go. They all triggered right now. But this is not a sector I really. But they are kind of taking out big consolidations. But it's not, they're not momentum stocks. There must be some news on the whole sector, right? Yeah, I think Zoom and Tesla could be the two best setups right now. But Zoom is kind of needs to hold here. Otherwise, the setup is not going to be as pretty. But yeah, Tesla, I really, really love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's such a good. I mean, this is the trading stock. This is the trading stock numero uno. Unbelievable stock. I mean, this is such a technical friendly stock. It's unbelievable. Like the breakouts on this thing. I mean, they're like 5-star. You get so many 5-star setups on this thing. It's like free money. It's as close to free money as you get in the stock market. So the setup is really one of the biggest momentum stocks, and it's flagging. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. It's unbelievable. It bounced off the rising 50-day twice, and now just straight back into range, and now it's in a tight range and trying to break out of this range. That's the setup. And if you had spent like 1,000+ hours studying winning stocks from the past, you would get excited about this setup too. But most of you haven't, unfortunately, even though I tell you to do it all the time. Some of you have. I know some of you have spent at least a few hundred hours studying past leaders. It's the same patterns over and over again. Nothing new under the sun. NVAX, it looks pretty decent. You only study brandy? A setup of my trading hardware? You mean my setup? My trading setup? Yeah, I'll show it. Here it is. This is my setup. Table so small? It's not a small table. These screens are big. It's not a small table. That doesn't look like... No, yeah, well, yeah. I have, what can I say? I have windows in mom's basement. Yeah, it's a standing desk. I never use it as a standing desk though. 27-inch monitors? No, 32 and 34-inch monitors. 27-inch? Guys, 27-inch are tiny monitors. You need to get at least 32-inch if you want to trade effectively. I had a 40-inch, but it was a little bit too big. Bigger is always better. Size does matter, yes. Everything is fading? I wouldn't say that. Some things are fading. Stocks are just digesting their moves. The market is just digesting, you know, not a big deal. Too bad this GBTC is so thin. You have a curved 38? Nice. Yeah, I have two curved 34s. But they're kind of old. They're like 3 years old. But they're great. And the one I'm streaming on, it's a 1440p 27-inch. It's my smallest monitor. But it's a gaming monitor, so I didn't want a big gaming monitor. 32-inch for gaming is a little bit too big for me. Pack B, yeah, maybe next week. All right, let's see, what do we have here? Beyond Meat, what can I say? Momentum is king. NIO, amazing. Tesla is kind of, you know, it's kind of strong, but doesn't want to break out yet. Most of my stocks are holding up really well. Peloton, I have like a third size short. I guess I should have done more now that it's fading. EMPH looks good. I think this thing goes back to like mid 90s or so in the next few sessions. Maybe even low 90s if you are lucky. JKS is found support on the rising 10 EMA on the 60-minute chart. But if we can build lower highs, I may short some. But right now this thing is, wow, almost up 200% in a month. That's a big move. If it starts failing at VWAP, I'm gonna buy some. Yeah, W looks good too. Wow, I had it on my watch list in pre-market, but I took it off. But yeah, this thing I'm gonna survive. But the thing is, I have one big problem. I don't really have that much buying power. I'm kind of heavily long. Like I had to size down on my Tesla yesterday that I bought late day. I had to sell almost half of it because I just didn't have the buying power. But that's good. It's a good thing we're having a red day or a weak day, because now we can see which stocks are weak and which ones are strong. You know, I'm interested in trimming or selling the weak ones and keeping the strong ones, and you know, buying new ones that emerge from good setups. Like down days are a gift. You need to get out of the mentality that the down days are bad, you freaking out, oh, the world is ending. No. Down days are a gift. Down days are what separates the good traders from the bad traders. When the bad traders are freaking out, that's when you see opportunity. That's when you see new setups emerging. If I were not in Tesla, when would you enter? Well, you know, where would I enter? Are you meditating? No. I would rather put a bullet in my head than meditate. But I'm just doing, you know, working out on the gym. Nothing, no sports. Well, I do go running sometimes and go bicycling and stuff like that, but I've been lazy lately. I don't have a home gym now. That's weak. Guys, really, like I tried meditating. It's just, I mean, look, guys, it's just, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. That's how psychopaths are created, by meditating. People go crazy. How can you sit there and do nothing? What the fuck? I can't do it. I'll never try again. I don't even want to try again. But you know what's meditative for me? Like going on walks. It does the same thing, pretty much. I can just shut my brain off and go for a long walk. And I get some exercise. I think meditating by sitting in one place is an ineffective way of meditating. It's the lazy way. I think there are better ways of meditation. Active meditation, yeah, exactly, active meditation. Sitting in one place, I don't know. I mean, look, if it works for you, great. I freaked out when I tried. I'm never gonna try again. I know it works for a lot of people, but just not for me. Dynamic meditation? You lived at a monastery? Really? Wow. You did walking meditation. Wow, that's cool. I don't agree with you, but you make me laugh a lot. Hey, can I quote you, Didrik606? Can I quote you on Twitter? I need to promote my Twitch channel. Yeah. You masturbate? Okay. Well, I guess that's also dynamic meditation, right? Hey, Didrik, can I quote you on Twitter? Great. Wim Hof? Yeah, that's a cool guy, man. But you know, look, I said it before. These trading psychologists, I think it's a bullshit. It's all bullshit. You know what's gonna help you? If you have a profitable setup, if you have a setup that works, if you studied specific setup and know that it works over time, boom, suddenly you don't need a trading psychologist. It's just a bullshit profession that's preying on unprofitable traders. I've said it before and I stand by it. It's all bullshit. You know, I've read some of these trading psychology books. It's all bullshit, man. I bought some Tesla yesterday. Maybe I'm gonna, oh, now these crypto names are going. You know what, I'll do a starter in I'll do a, how many shares? 50. Tesla setup in Tesla, it's just a basic breakout setup that I'm teaching all the time. Just basic breakout setup, nothing fancy. I bought a $50,000 share starter on GBTs. It's a very thin one, but these things can run. I think crypto is hot because Square put like 1% of their assets in Bitcoin. I think that's why these things are. But you know, like Bitcoin is trying to come out of this range here. You know, so you know, last time it came out of a range, it had a big run. It went up like 30% in a couple of weeks. So we'll see. Tesla and W. Yeah, like Zoom, Tesla, and W, they're really good. I mean, oh man, I like all of them. I just don't have the buying power. Like I'm like 30. I have like a 35 million net long position overall, and no shorts. No, sir. Sorry, I do have two shorts: EMPH and Peloton. Like I need to sell down something. I did sell DraftKings, so I guess I, you know, freed up some prime power. Yeah, I'm using some margin. I'm using some margin, yeah. Swedish taxes are so AIDS? In what way? No! What? You never use margin in a bullish market? You don't need to? That's not something I've said. I've said you don't need to use any margin to be successful in the markets. And I also said you don't, margin is something you have to deserve, not something you're entitled to. Like if you haven't had a big run up, like if you haven't had success in your portfolio, you're not entitled to using margin. That's not something I've ever said, Lil Verpan. I don't like being misquoted. That's not something I've said. You never use margin in a bullish market? No, you know, no, I definitely not said anything like that. You don't have to use margin to make a lot of money. But if you're a good trader, if you have solid setups, if you had a lot of success and you know you're solid, then you can use margin to boost your returns. But again, it's deserved. It's not something you go using, you know, when you're in a drawdown, or, you know, if you haven't, you know, if your account has been going sideways for a long time. No, it's fine. But you know, I just want to make it, you know, clear so everyone understands. And you know, yeah, I'm using margin because I've had a lot of, you know, lot of my stocks have run up a lot. Like DraftKings, which I sold today, you know, this thing ran up what, 60% from entry. Like I was up like $1 million on it up until like 3-4 days ago when it started fading. You know, so, and you know, I have a lot of other stuff. Play on Meat is straight up from entry. NIO is straight up. Like SC is straight up. Zillow is straight. Like, you know, ZS is straight up. Like a lot of these stocks, it's just straight up from my entries. So I have a lot of unrealized profits. So I can afford to use margin, right? I have deserved it. But it's not like you go, you know, you start using margin if you don't have a lot of profitable positions, a lot of, yeah, and you moved your stops to, you know, break even and above break even and have locked in a lot of profits. That's not the time to use margin. Margin is deserved, not something you're entitled to. Yeah, there is a Discord. JKS. Oh wow, JKS is strong. JKS is very strong, yeah. It opened up, it was the weakest one out of the gate. And yeah, now it's strong. Yeah, it does the same thing every day until it doesn't. That's what setups are for. And JKS was like a 5-star setup today. But no setup has a 100% win rate. It's all about the odds. All about the odds. Mhm. APHA, yeah, it's starting to get some momentum. There's no setup here, but this is the only wheat stock that's actually having some positive momentum. So maybe, you know, maybe next week, later next week, maybe there could be a setup here. Right now, there's absolutely nothing here. And also this MMEDF, which is it's not a wheat stock, I guess. It's more like a psychedelic stock overall. But there's a lot of speculation in this thing. I kind of missed it, I guess, but you know, I know some smart people are bullish it, so. Yeah, the Discord. Can someone post the Discord? I haven't been in the Discord a couple. I'm not in the, or I'm in the Discord, but I'm not in it actively. It's more for you guys if you wanna, you know, chat off the, you know, if you guys wanna chat with each other. But I'm not really active in the Discord. RRR. If someone would be nice to post the Discord. It's not really a leading momentum stock. Like, nah, I don't really like it. There's so many better setups. So many better. It's not a momentum leader. Zyme? Nah. I don't know. Maybe. It has good momentum and all, but is the setup good? I would prefer more sideways, but yeah, it could go. Come on, Zoom, don't go up down more. Please, please stop here. I want you to go to 700. I want you to go to 700. Wait, wow, JKS went green. Holy shit, that's some strong. That's a strong one, really strong one. SCDG and EMPH are still deep in the red though. Oh well, not deep in there. SCDG, goddamn, I can't believe this would have been a $200,000 trade if I hadn't been shaken out of it. Ugh. Like shorting is, you know, shorting momentum stocks. It's you know, you really have to be you have to be quick. You have to be really quick. I mean, you have to be so quick with both your exit and entries. Like literally 5 seconds. If you're 5 seconds too late, you could miss the whole thing. You know, the entries are so specific. That's why I've, you know, been moving more to swing trading on the long side and, you know, just doing fewer of the momentum shorts. Unless I see something like really, really good. It's because you don't have to be as quick. Oh wow, GBTC straight up, nice. Why do you wish I would trade more small caps? Doesn't make a difference for you. Like if you know the setups, it doesn't matter what type of cap you're trading. It's the same setups no matter the market cap. The same setups. Yeah, Ron unfortunately didn't have a good setup. Not the type of setup I'm looking for, at least. VXRT, yeah, it could work. Like if the whole sector is kinda waking up, like mRNA is flagging, NVAX trying to break out today, like, you know, it could work. VXRT, it could work. How do you determine the amount of, well, it's very easy. First you have to see, okay, how wide is my stop gonna be? And then you calculate the amount of shares you need to do for the amount of risk you want to take. Like if you know, if you want to risk, say, 0.5%, or if you want to risk 1% of your equity. I usually risk between 0.2 and 0.5% of my equity in most trades. I rarely risk more than 1% nowadays, very rarely. I just don't want the headache. Yeah, I just said it. I mean, Jake, yes, hey, look, I hope this thing goes to 100 next week. My position risk percent? What do you mean? You mean my position size? Usually between 10 and 20% of my full equity. Yeah, W I really like. Zoom I really like if it can, you know, stop going down here. And Tesla also really like. Where is Tesla? Oh, there it is. Oh my god, GBTC. And I was thinking I was chasing it. My average entry is 67, 1167. No, 57. No, it wouldn't be nice if you had gone long, because there was no long setup there. Yeah, Riot, Mara, this piece of shit moves. Starting again. I was long these like a couple of months ago, but then they failed. Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah. You know. I'm happy with my GBTC for now. What are the other ones? DPW, right? XNet. This thing has no momentum. Oh, Overstock is also in the sector, but it got failed on the 50-day for now. Yeah, the sector is waking up. GSX in the 130s, yeah, that was yeah, high 130s, right? Yeah, that was a good one. Exactly, you know. This is what I was looking on the solars. You know, move like this. It's gonna come eventually. The higher they go, the better. You know, the best thing that can happen if you get stopped out of a momentum, like a momentum stock you're shorting, is if it goes straight up higher, because you know it's gonna be a better setup with a higher success rate and higher risk, better risk reward. That's like the best thing that can happen. Come on, Zoom, bounce. I want it to stay this tight, because if it sets up like AMD did late last year, I mean, whew, holy shit, man. If this thing, if Zoom just can stay tight, man. Oh boy. I mean, you know, could be such a potential, you know, explosive setup. Yeah, DPW, it's just, yeah. Some of these companies, they jump on all the hot trends. JKS, yeah. I hope this thing goes to 60 today. 60 plus, that would be great. And maybe we get a new setup tomorrow. I mean, the Nasdaq is looking great. It's just in a big flag, especially like the Nasdaq 100. I mean, this thing looks absolutely amazing in a big, big flag. Spies look amazing. Like the indices look good. And there's some really good setups setting up. We'll see. Do you ever look at dollar index? In what way would that help me? I don't even know what a dollar index is. I didn't even know there was something like a dollar index. DXY? I can't get it in my TC2000. UP? Okay, so what does this thing tell me? Like how does something like this help me? Strength of the US dollars? Yeah, but how can it help me? Like in what way does it help me? Yeah, but you know, well, you know, strong DXY soft market. I don't know about that. I mean, I have 95% of my net worth in dollars. Like I can't like that's like I can't control what the dollar does. What I can control are the setups I buy or short and my risk management. That's something that's under my control. I can't control the US dollar, you know. I'm short DMPH. I don't have a time stop for my setups. It's LI. I like it. I think if we can tighten up a little bit more, and I think if Tesla breaks out, I think this thing is gonna go too. NIO is obviously very strong. Like the whole sector is strong. It is. It really is. Would you say I'm a 90% technical trader? Yeah, something like that. I mean, technicals and fundamental. Well, sorry, technicals and momentum, like they trump everything. But obviously you can increase your odds by, focusing on the sectors that have the like the most excitement and most, the best earnings and stuff like that. It helps knowing a little bit of fundamentals, but not too much. But what's more important, like sector is very important. Like it's very important to be in the right sectors, right? If you have a setup, a random stock, like you guys post some random tickers all the time. Sometimes they have good setups, many times they don't. I'd rather trade the stock with a good setup in a hot sector than some random, just some random stock, like some kind of agriculture stock or something that just happens to have momentum, but nothing else. I'd rather trade the stock in the hot sector, whatever it may be. Like, let's say if it's a solar stock or a electric vehicle stock. Yeah, sales growth is working right now, like it did in the late 90s. Sales growth is the factor that's working best right now and has for the past few years, just like the late 90s. We knew how that ended, right? It's not gonna last forever. Then it's gonna be something else. Every decade has its own factor that works very well. There's been price to book, there's been price to earnings, there's been all of these things had their turn. And right now it's sales growth. Is Workhorse too choppy? It's too wide. It needs to tighten up a couple of days. It's not choppy, it's kind of nice looking. It just needs to tighten up. Okay, I'm gonna go through my setups one more time, then I'm gonna cut the stream. So for now, I'm kind of happy with my portfolio. Things are holding up really well. Only thing I'm pissed off at is the SCDG short. That shakeout, man. It is what it is. That's trading. You're not gonna have a 100% win rate. And if you do, you should be a millionaire already, right? Or not a millionaire, billionaire. And not even billionaires have a 100% win rate. And EMPH is kind of grinding back up. Wait, what's JKS doing? Okay. EMPH. I'm thinking about lowering my stop, maybe. We'll see. When you cut buying power, when I size down my portfolio, I usually I do both. I mean, I usually want to get out of the weakest ones and the most extended ones, or the ones that are showing relative weakness in any way. But yes, you should always get out of your losers first. You don't want to hold losers. If you hold losers, you're gonna be a loser. You don't want losers. Exactly, losers average losers. How is my day going? My day is going great. I had a very annoying trade in SCDG, but other than that, it's going great, really good. Most of my stocks are holding up really well. or acting really well, and except for this EMPH short that is starting to grind up. Well. Yeah, guys, if you haven't seen the Paul Tudor Jones documentary, I mean, this is so good. There's so many nuggets in there. I mean, let's see, Paul Tudor Jones. I mean, this is a must. This is so good. Is it this one? Yeah, it has to be this one. I think it's this one. This is a must-watch for anyone. This is so good. Oh my god, like there's so many trading nuggets in here. So many good things. I mean, just it's amazing. There's a reason why this guy is a multi-billionaire. He's smart. He gets it, he gets it. He knows the market. He understands these things. I learned a lot from Paul Tudor Jones. There's also a Paul Tudor Jones interview in one of the Market Wizards books. This is a must-watch. I think I'm gonna re-watch it. It's kind of entertaining. He lives in a huge house, and he has like a turkey as a pet, or something like that. He has a weird animal. I think it was this documentary. Kind of funny. Wait, is it here? Oh, here it is. Oh. Where's the turkey? Where's the turkey? Oh wait, it's here, I think. Here's the turkey. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna rewatch it. It's pretty good. Any other video recommendations? Anything with Brandy Love? Oh shit, did I say that out loud? And you can see every stock that's pulling back in my portfolio that's still, not red, or something like D-Dog. I mean, it's still building higher lows. Look at this, building higher lows in 16. Twitter building higher lows. Livongo building higher lows. This is what you want to see, right? ESDC, just higher lows all the way. Zillow, higher lows, right? LAC, higher lows. CS, higher lows all the way. This is what you want to see. If your stocks are not building higher lows or going up in this environment, you should probably consider getting rid of it. Like this PLL, it's just kind of, it went up 50%, 65% in 2 sessions. So, I'm giving it some time. It just made a big move, so it hasn't started building higher lows yet. Beely, it's the first pullback since I bought it, so this hasn't really had a chance of building higher lows yet. But Fastly, higher lows. EMPH, also higher lows. The problem is I'm short this one. CrowdStrike, higher lows, right? Peloton, well, also higher lows, but the problem is I'm short this one. Nvidia, higher lows. D-Dog, it's higher lows all the way. That's what you want to see. Yeah, Pinterest, I missed this one. I bought Twitter instead. Pinterest and Roku, the 2 big misses the past few weeks. Both are straight up, man. And this is, like I say it all the time, you don't need to be full margin in a few stocks. Like there are some circles Like Dan Sanger is a proponent of that. I know it's, you know, some people have gotten rich that way, like being full margin in 3, 4, 5 stocks. You don't need to. If you get a bull run, there's gonna be so many stocks going up, right? Like I'm on margin right now. I'm in 19 positions. 19 positions. You know, there's no need to take, you know, huge risk on any single stock, especially when you're like, you know, heavily technical based trader. You know, anything could happen in any of these stocks could gap down 50% overnight, right? It's gonna happen sooner or later. One of your stocks is gonna gap up, gap down or gap up. You know, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen a few times per year. It could be any of those, right? You don't want to be 50% long that stock. There's no reason to take on risks like that. No reason. You shouldn't short stocks which are going up. Really? Based on what? I'm not shorting any stocks that are going up. I only short stocks that are going down. I never short on strength. I always short on weakness. Man, you can see, you know, there's several people complaining me shorting solar stock. There was some guy like earlier who said it's so painful to watch someone short EMPH. Like, guys, it's just a trade. There's a setup, I trade it. I made millions shorting momentum stocks. And you shouldn't, you know, who cares? You know, like, you shouldn't care what someone else does. There's always someone, you know, shorting or buying or whatever your stocks all the time. Yeah, like, who cares? You know, I've been shorting Tesla a lot of times. Doesn't mean I hate it. If I see a good setup, I short it. If I see a good long setup, I long it. Like, you know, chill, man. So many people, like, guys, if you want to make real money in the markets, you need to detach yourself, okay? It's if you want to invest, but if you want to trade, you know, you should get out of the, you know, sect mentality, right? Every stock is only good if it goes your way, right? If your longest stock is not going up, what does it help you? It doesn't matter if you love the product. It's not going to help you. Exactly. You can make money shorting while someone else makes money long, right? Like, for example, it's EMPH. Like, if you're long this thing, like for me, I'm planning to cover this thing, either if it stops me out or if it, you know, kind of hits the 10-day moving average, right? Like, it's not going to affect you in any way. Who cares? I don't care what you think about it. Like, and you shouldn't care either. If there's a setup, there's a setup. Exactly. That's what a market is for. Yeah, okay, one stock I'm not gonna trade is Pornhub. I'm gonna invest for a long term, really. That's the ultimate thing to hold for a long term. You're never gonna run out of customers. You're never gonna run out of demand. Like, the point I'm trying to make is, guys, trade the setups, okay? It's I'm gonna I know it sounds radical. I know it sounds radical, but it's okay to short a stock that has a product or service you love. I promise you, The word is not gonna end. If you see a good setup, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. The word is not gonna end. If you see a good setup that you know that works, where you have an edge, there's a good chance you'll end up a little bit richer. And you can still enjoy the product or the service of that company. You need to detach yourselves from the from the companies and the stocks. The stock is just a piece of paper, okay? It has different moods. Like WWR went up almost 1,000%. It doesn't mean the stock or the companies, is suddenly 1,000% more valuable. Well, technically it is, but nothing has changed fundamentally. It's the same company. The only thing that has changed is the Twitter pump got going and people got excited about it. That's it. Like EMPH. Nothing has fundamentally changed in the past 2 weeks. Right? And I can bet you nothing changed fundamentally in EMPH when it went down 45% in about a month back in May and June. Okay? Stocks have moods. Sometimes they're in a good mood, sometimes they're in a bad mood. And your job as a trader is to exploit these moves. Your job is to anticipate when a stock is going from a good mood to a bad mood, or from a bad mood to a good mood, or from a good mood to a better mood. That's your job as a trader. As an investor, well, that's another thing. Then you need conviction. Then you need to have some bigger fundamental thesis. Yeah, it's all about the setups. You don't need any predictions. Let the stock tell you what it wants to do. Right? There's no reason to buy Zoom here in this range. This thing could this thing could be 450 tomorrow, right? Just wait for the breakout. Let the stock tell you when it's ready to go. Same thing with Tesla. Now, I did anticipate a little bit yesterday when it broke out on this range for the 60-minute chart. But let this thing tell you when it wants to go higher, right? Right now it's about to take out opening range lows. There's no reason to buy it here. Let it start breaking out. Same thing with stuff like EMPH, right? I didn't short it randomly. I shorted it when it went down. I shorted it when the stock started going down right out of the gate. I didn't short it when it went up. I shorted it when it went down. I waited for the stock to tell me that it wanted to go down. Same thing with SCDG. Now, unfortunately, this thing shook me out. And I never re-entered on the opening range lows, which I should have. It's the same thing with longs. You have to wait for the stock to tell you what it wants to do. Success in trading is all about listening. It's not about yelling. It's about listening. This is not politics. If you want to yell, if you like yelling, get into politics. If you want to, if you like to listen, be like a psychologist or a trader. BBBY, yeah, it's getting tight. I don't see a setup yet. It needs to go sideways a bit more. How do you position? What? what if moaning? If you like moaning, you should invest in Pornhub. when they come public. Can I teach you simple math? I don't know if you're trolling or not. My favorite entry point is when a stock is breaking out of a range. Hey guys, was the vice presidential debate any good? I like to suffer, so I'm watching these debates, these political debates. I like to suffer. I like to lose some IQ points. Pence won big. Pence is history. Well, you know, there's a market, you know. That's why we have a. It's like the stock market. Politics is also a market, right? Yeah, I watched the Trump Biden one. I definitely got dumber. So I'm gonna watch the vice presidential one too. You don't want to be too smart for trading. So if you start feeling too smart, you need to do something dumb. It's easy to feel smart after you've been on a big run in the markets. You start feeling like you're a genius and you're starting. Oh, Shake Shack, nice little breakout. Eat, he's also trying to break out. These are not like momentum leaders, but you know, I guess they're okay. Wait, there's a crypto token which pays out if Trump wins? Which means the creators of the crypto token are not really betting on a Trump win, right? Yeah, I saw the video. I saw a video on Twitter that was 2 minutes long where they zoomed in on the fly. I mean, oh man, that was kind of funny. Trump win USD? Really? What the fuck? Trump win. Oh my god, there's a token like this. I mean, this like 99% of the crypto space is such a scam. What's the volume on this thing? Volume 120. Well, at least the volume is really low. Like the dollar volume is not almost non-existent. Like the highest volume day, how much volume did it have? 140,000 shares at what? Like 30 cents? Yeah, like 30, $40,000 in dollar. Okay, so that's good at least. At least not a lot of people are not gonna lose a lot of money. Mara, it's yeah, it was a good setup if you got it early. If you got it sub 210. Same thing with Riot and same thing with GBTC. Like these are sector trades. Like they are not, you know, like the type of setups I usually trade. But they, you know, they're alternative setups. Like when a whole sector wakes up because of some news. I think the Bitcoin woke up because of the Square news that they bought like $50 million worth of Bitcoin. I think that's why. But I know it doesn't really matter. You know, it doesn't really matter. Okay, guys. Damn, I was gonna cut the stream a long time ago. Anywho, thanks for joining, and I see you tomorrow. Can someone quote me? Like, if I said some good quotes, could you write it down and, like, you know, tweet it to me on YouTube or something? I know some of you have done it, like, done some, like, quote collection on some of my videos. They're kind of funny. It would be nice if you do it. If you hold losers, you're a loser. Yeah, that's a good one. Can someone quote me? Hey, you can quote me about anything, about Pornhub, anything I've said. Just don't misquote me. I don't like being misquoted, but as long as I've said anything, it doesn't matter how stupid it is, you can quote me. I stand by everything I say. Okay, thanks guys. See you tomorrow.